Katherine Houghton Hepburn was an American actress whose career as a Hollywood leading lady spanned 6 decades. She was known for her headstrong independence, spirited personality, and outspokenness, cultivating a screen persona that matched this public image and regularly playing strong-willed, sophisticated women. She worked in a varied range of genres, from screwball comedy to literary drama, which earned her various accolades, including 4 Academy Awards for Best Actress, a record for any performer. Katherine Houghton Hepburn was born in 1907 in Hartford, Connecticut, to Thomas Norval Hepburn and Catherine Martha Houghton Hepburn. Both parents were activists for social change in the U.S., with Thomas helping establish the New England Social Hygiene Association and Catherine leading the Connecticut Women's Suffrage Association. Hepburn was raised to exercise freedom of speech and debate, and her parents faced criticism for their progressive views. She was a tomboy, playing various sports and enjoying swimming in Long Island Sound. She was a fan of films and performed for Neighbors to raise money for the Navajo people. In 1921, Hepburn discovered her brother Tom's suicide while visiting New York. The family denied it was suicide and blamed Tom's death for an experiment. Hepburn was nervous and suspicious, dropping out of Oxford School and tutoring privately. In 1924, she attended Bryn Mawr College, but found it unfulfilling. Despite this, she was drawn to acting and began performing regularly. She graduated with a degree in history and philosophy in 1928. After graduating, Hepburn met Edwin H. Knops, who cast her in his production, The Czarina. Despite receiving positive reviews, she was criticized for her shrill voice and left Baltimore to study with renowned voice teacher Frances Robinson Duff. Hepburn, a Hollywood actress, began her career as an understudy in Knops' production of The Big Pond in New York. She later joined Arthur Hopkins and played a schoolgirl in These Days. She made her Broadway debut in 1928 and was later hired as the lead understudy in Philip Barry's play Holiday. She was fired again in 1929 for the lead in Death Takes a Holiday. In 1931, she was cast in Art and Mrs. Bottle but was released due to the playwright's dislike. At 25, she was cast in the RKO film A Bill of Divorcement, which was a success and led to a long-term contract with RKO. She became a lifelong friend and colleague with George Cukor. In 1933, she became a major Hollywood actress known for her roles in Christopher Strong, Morning Glory, Little Women, and Spitfire. She won an Academy Award for Best Actress in Morning Glory and was praised for her positive personality. In 1935, she starred in Sylvia Scarlett, Mary Stuart, A Woman Rebels, and Quality Street. She returned to Hollywood to star in Jane Eyre but decided against Broadway due to script uncertainty. She made 4 films with Cary Grant, including Bringing Up Baby, which flopped but has since become a classic screwball comedy. Katherine Hepburn was approached by major film studios to produce a movie version of Barry's play, The Philadelphia Story. She sold the rights to MGM, Hollywood's #1 studio, on the condition that she star. The film was a huge hit, breaking records at Radio City Music Hall. Hepburn was nominated for her 3rd Academy Award for Best Actress and won the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Actress. She also developed the Romantic Comedy Woman of the Year, released in 1942. In 1942, Hepburn appeared in Philip Barry's play Without Love and reunited with Tracy for Keeper of the Flame, a dark mystery with a fascism propaganda message. Her career slowed due to her romantic relationship with Tracy, who suffered from alcoholism and insomnia. She agreed to replace Claudette Colbert in State of the Union, a political drama, with Tracy as the male lead. In the 1950s, Hepburn faced numerous professional challenges and grew into her own. She played Rosalind in Shakespeare's As You Like It, filmed The African Queen, and appeared in George Bernard Shaw's The Millionaires. She returned in 1967 with Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, her 9th and final film with Tracy. Audrey Hepburn returned to acting after Tracy's death, starring in The Lion in Winter and The Madwoman of Chaillot, winning awards and nominations. She also starred in Coco, a Broadway musical. Hepburn made her television debut in 1973 with Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie, earning an Emmy nomination for her role as Southern Mother Amanda Wingfield. She later starred in Love Among the Ruins and Rooster Cogburn, earning her a third Emmy nomination. She made her Academy Awards debut in 1974 and returned to Broadway in 1976 for a 3-month run of Enid Bagnold's play A Matter of Gravity. In 1981, she returned to the stage with The West Side Waltz, earning a second Tony nomination. Hepburn's most significant relationship was with Spencer Tracy, whom she co-starred in 9 films. They met at MGM in 1941 and remained married throughout their relationship. Hepburn did not interfere in their relationship, despite their separate lives since the 1930s. She received an Emmy nomination for Mrs. Delafield Wants to Marry in 1986 and returned for the comedy Laura Lansing Slept Here in 1985. Kate Hepburn was married to Ludlow Ogden Smith in 1928, but never fully committed to the marriage. She moved to Hollywood in 1932 and filed for divorce in 1934. After moving to California, she began a relationship with her agent, Leland Hayward, but they were both married. Hepburn chose not to remarry and made a conscious choice not to have children, believing that motherhood required a full-time commitment. Audrey Hepburn, an actress, faced numerous health issues in her 80s, eventually dying from cardiac arrest in 2003. Her art was recognized by President Bush, and her belongings raised $5.8 million at Sotheby's in 2004. Katharine Hepburn is a renowned cultural figure, recognized for her influential roles in film and fashion. She is ranked as the greatest American screen legend among females by the American Film Institute. She is credited with breaking the mold for women in Hollywood, introducing a new breed of strong-willed females to the screen. Hepburn's lifestyle was ahead of her time, symbolizing the modern woman and changing gender attitudes. She pioneered wearing trousers, making them acceptable for women. She received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Council of Fashion Designers of America in 1986 for her influence on women's fashion. Many of her films have become classics of American cinema, with 4 of her pictures featured on the American Film Institute's list of 100 Greatest American Films.